Phew, man, it's gonna take me the rest of the day, or the better part of it, to catch up after having to spend that money. Good morning, everybody. Josh here with Josh Lawn and Landscape. Been a couple days. Well, about 3 days. um, Still a lot going on. Things are crazy around the house. Just even all the non-lawn care related stuff. But had to stop and pick up some blades this morning. Took the girls to school. Got to go back, change the blades on the lawnmowers, and try to get a little bit done. I got a couple of jobs that just with everything that's going on, running behind on. Another early shout out in this video to Randall over at AMI Lawn Care for helping me out Saturday morning. I'd be even further behind than I am if he hadn't come and helped me out. So big thanks to him once again. Really didn't do much yesterday, just kind of feeling wore out all day. So feel a little better today. I got some blades that need to be sharpened as well, but I was coming back by my dealer on the way through, and it's just as easy for me, which I was about to need to buy some anyway. So just bought me a set for each of the mowers. I'm gonna go back and get them swapped so I can go start doing some cutting. I'm gonna try some new style blades on the deer. I've always run mulching blades on the Z-Track, but I've got some lift blades on it now, some Oregon style lift, high lift blades. We'll see how they do. But that's kind of the plan. I've got 3, 4, at least 5 that I need to get to today. There's a 6th one, but I don't know if I'll get to it. It's kind of small, but stuff just moving, back a couple of days. I haven't had any concerned customer calls yet, which I know they fully expect me to show up, and they know that if I'm running behind, that I tend to have a good reason. So, well, that's bright. So yeah, thinking about making some changes coming down the pipe. I've always run a 54 or 52 inch mower, with the exception of when I had that one, the Toro that I had, which just wasn't a heavy enough mower for me regardless. It was a 60, but it just wasn't heavy enough for what I get into. So definitely considering going to a 60 or 61, sorry, country road, 60 or 61, whether it be a deer or a SCAG, maybe even a bad boy. I know y'all don't say anything about the Revolt. I know I know that statement just lit up some people for comments, but I look at it and say anybody can get a bad one now and then. Like I said, I know people that don't like John Deere whatsoever, and I've had very good luck with them. There's people that don't like SCAG. SCAG makes a good machine, so it's all preference, in your area and what your goals are for your mowing. But I'm thinking of, like I said, moving to a 60 or 61 sit down to go with the V-Ride. So we'll see how that pans out down the road. So if that's the case, I probably end up selling the Z-Track and either going to a bigger Z-Track or something else. So that's something that's maybe in the works moving forward. It may just be a next season thing, though, with this season winding down so much and so much other stuff going on. So but we're gonna get to knocking it out today, and I've run this intro long enough. So about back to the house, I gotta get hooked back up to the trailer. Got some fresh ice in the cooler, got to stay hydrated. This weather is ridiculous out here. Temperatures in the 95, 96, 97 degrees, heat index 110, 105, 110 plus. So taking a lot of breaks, especially when you on the trimmer, even on the mower, every 45 minutes or so, stop for a few minutes, drink plenty of fluids, and try not to let it catch up with you. This kind of stuff will catch up in a hurry. So, but I'll be back. We'll see. May or may not turn into a video here, but I figured I'd at least do some kind of intro, and if I get some footage later, so be it. Check back. All right, y'all. Y'all heard me say it before. You cannot make this stuff up. Yeah. So, first of all, yeah, I got to get some grass cut to pay for the 2 sets of blades and the gas that I got this morning for the mowers. So that run me about, $185, $190, something like that for 2 sets of blades. And I only had to put 3 gallons in one of the mowers. Everything else was just the 2 5-gallon cans and the mixed gas cans. So, so I just got to this property and did a little trimming out by the road. I'll catch it with the mower once I get to mowing the yard here in a minute. But went to put the trimmer back in the rack, and I notice anything funny about one of them about my Darwin's grip handles? Look at the one on the top. So I noticed that it was twisted all the way over, and I got to looking. I said, man, this thing's all beat up. What happened? So, and it flops back around pretty easy, but look at that. Snapped the bracket, and I don't know what it hit, because these were both, I don't know what this hit. It had to be something higher up. Because both of these were sticking out about the same distance, so it couldn't have been anything here. It had to be something just above the top of this rack up here, because yeah, I don't know, that was sticking up there like that, but that had to be pretty stout to literally snap this bracket. So I'll eventually some point today take this off. I'll just lay it over there so maybe it doesn't catch anything else. It really won't matter, but yeah, what can I say? 2023. Just the next thing on the list, y'all. This is the same trimmer. This one is hexed, I actually believe. This is the one the cord broke on, and I had to buy this housing with the pull rope. This is the same one that the tube snapped, the outer part of the tube snapped on. If y'all remember, was just the whole power head part was just laid down here. And now the Darwin's grip broke. So, and something's going on with the trigger. There's a little more play in this trigger than there is on the other one. So, I've had it apart and looked at it, and it looks okay, but I'll probably take it apart again and double check it. But yeah, this poor fella here has been through it. So back at it. All right, y'all. This is number 3. I didn't get any footage on the first 2. Just trying to get them knocked out. Everything's real thick. Having to double cut some stuff and triple cut to spread some thatch out. But looks like we got some rain coming. So if I get a chance, I'll try to get some maybe some point of view footage, and hope you like it. Well, it rained, so I had to stop. Still double cutting, just sprinkling again, so we'll see. Maybe I can get a minute or two of footage here of me cutting something. See, SCAG's a little dirty. We just got a good shower. Just some more on the way, but the sun's out now, so I'm going to just try to set up here and get some time lapse of this. Yeah, what was I thinking? Randall, no comments. It's a little lumpy. We'll get it cleaned up. Alright, y'all, real quick. Need to clean the SCAG up here. I cleaned it off a little bit from the wet grass earlier, but I cut a little more. So I got some more on it. And here's the front yard. And down the side, that's where the customer's car was parked at earlier. And here is the back. Stuff was really wet. That shower made it 10 times worse. I tried to spread out, it stuck together, but hey, for what it was, down to 2.5. SCAG did a pretty good job. So that's it. Oh, sorry, my phone vibrated. Didn't know if I cut my camera off.
But I'm going to blow the mower off, take that payment from the customer, and once I get loaded back into the truck, I will wrap this one up. And it'll be before dark, Ronaldo. Be right back.
Alright, look at there, Ronaldo. It's not dark. Getting cloudy though, in the direction I'm headed. See, I got dust all over my face from dirt sticking to my sunblock, my clear coat as I call it. Got to put my clear coat on. I don't get burned up. Well, it wasn't quite as productive a day as I had hoped as far as the number of jobs, but for what I had to tackle, it was pretty good day though, I reckon. But all the customers were happy with it. I wasn't trying to press too hard today just because of the heat. Hope all y'all are staying safe out in the heat. I think it was just the temperature today, I think was 97. So the heat index I know was somewhere in those triple digits. I went through about 4 Gatorades and about 6 or 7 bottles of water. And I had my coffee this morning. Me and Mr. Gerald got to have our coffees. Shout out to Mr. Gerald over at Clean and Green. I was picking on Ronaldo. Shout out to him over at Big Son's Lawn Care. Y'all check him out if you hadn't already. And another real quick shout out, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, to Randall over at AMI Lawn Care for helping me out this past Saturday. It's been a rough couple of days. Well, a couple of weeks. We'll say weeks. More so, I would say, with non-lawn care related stuff. But hey, it's always something, as you can see from the footage with the Darwin's grip on the trimmer earlier. It's just been my year this year, so thinking next year's going to be a better year than this one. We'll grind it out regardless, and that's all I'm doing right now. So I got there's 3 properties that I did, which pretty much had to be double cut, and in some places triple cut. That last one, with the rain coming through, made it really, really tough, because it didn't allow the grass to dry out as much, so it didn't disperse as well. But y'all can see what it looked like. It looked pretty good, I think. Y'all let me know. That's a little better. Y'all might can hear me a little better now. Ain't got all that wind blowing in here. I did cut a little bit with a deer today. Got some new the high lift Oregon blades on there, and they got some standard lift rotary blades, which are supposed to be a cross for the SCAG blade, but they don't look like they got quite as much lift to them, in my opinion. But they did a pretty good job today, I think. That's what basically I cut that yard back there with. So, not a lot of mowing. I did get a little point of view early on in that yard where I kind of made a couple of passes and then kind of went back over. That's kind of how I had to do everything, just double cutting to get the stragglers and spread everything out. And then I got y'all some time lapse back there in the backyard, the finished product. So mostly me talking in this video, but hey, it is what it is. But definitely considering some changes next year, well, price changes, and possibly maybe get a 60-inch mower instead of the 54. So still 3 yards behind, which 2 of those are from Saturday. and one is from yesterday, which I didn't do anything yesterday. I said just wasn't feeling it, so yeah. So hopefully y'all somewhat enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on anything that I talked about in the video, and check out those other channels that I mentioned. And I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap this one up while there's still some daylight. I know Ronaldo's gonna be disappointed, but hey, every once in a while. Thank y'all as always for supporting the channel, watching, commenting. Give me a thumbs up. Like I said, any support's appreciated. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I've gotten 1 or 2 in the last week or so, I think, and some good comments. So even got a comment, shout out. Got a comment from Shane over at DLT. So shout out to Doc over at DLT Lawn Care. Y'all check his channel out as well. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thank y'all as always. I appreciate it. And just want to say, y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.